Welcome to Lore Hero episode 30. We're 30 episodes 30. In somehow already.
Oh,
it doesn't even feel like it's been however many months it is. It's 7 months.
It's been a minute.
That's
a
over
lot
half
of
a year
episodes.
already.
7 months.
That's a
lot of yapping. That's a lot of yapping.
How things have changed over the past year. When we started this podcast, Fortnite Festival didn't exist. That wasn't even a thought in our mind. We were just talking about lore and Guitar Hero. But now Lore Hero has become a Fortnite Festival What Happened This Week episode, and that's kind of what we're gonna do this week as well, as far as we can tell, because things have happened.
Just overall,
that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. Yeah. We started this for history purposes, and now history is being made.
I like the way you said that. Yeah,
that's a good point. We're still trying to keep up on, like, hey, here's the old history talking about this. Like, we've talked about lots of the achievements.
We'll make the engine episode eventually, we promise.
Eventually.
Yeah,
yes, I have ideas.
We're really trying. We're really trying. So
I want to make it perfect. I don't want to rush into an episode like that, because I feel like that kind of episode will be like the compendium. That'll be what people reference in turn, like, because
it's got to be like fully. It's got to be like fully produced.
Full brain rot like us.
Yeah,
it's got to be like fully produced and everything. And so
I want it to be.
I got a vision for
the
it.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah, I got a vision for it. So, but we're gonna work on it. Everybody's gonna work on it. So
yes, and don't get me wrong. There's a lot to talk about. there's 11 Guitar Hero games.
One episode.
There's 8 Rock Band games. There's so many different games. So it'll probably be a 2 or 3 parter, perhaps.
It might be a Guitar Hero part, it'd be great if we do we start off by doing a terminology type thing first. Like,
yes,
hey,
we have to go like level 100
We literally
course.
have to be that guy in the Guitar Hero tutorials, because Fortnite Festival doesn't fucking have one.
No, it doesn't, and it really should. People are confused.
Well, what is strumming? I've seen that so many times. What is strumming?
People say what is.
That's just
but
the
it's
fundamental.
It's okay,
they don't
though.
even know guitars.
They don't even know why guitars would work in there.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
There.
Hey, I've seen on Reddit.
Mod, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. If you go to the Fortnite Festival, hey, here you go. You want a homework assignment to see this in the wild? Check out the Fortnite Festival subreddit, and you'll see topics like, why can't I hit notes on pro mode? What is strumming? Like, they don't know. This is their first plastic guitar game, and there's nothing in game to teach them.
I have a half shit posting to say. It's like, what if Epic wants us to be the tutorial guys and make the content for them? You know, be like, hey, here's a tutorial.
Pay me.
And then this fucking Jake is like, welcome to Fortnite Festival. I'm your
Oh, like an interactive, like in the game, like a little video to play, or like we voice a character.
Dude, imagine.
I'm down.
Okay.
Epic Games, reach out to us at loreheropodcast@gmail.com if you're interested in any of that.
If there's one person that should be the tutorial person, it should be Jake. You just walk up to a wise moose in game.
Yeah, I am the wise one. I'm all knowing. I have the knowledge. I like where you're going with this.
The wisest.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Epic Games, if you're listening, hire this moose.
I'm available. A wisemoose@outlook.com.
Or Lore Hero.
I hope the text was on the screen for a second. That scared the shit out of me. That big old text on the screen.
Where'd that come from?
Terrifying.
Things that happened this week. Okay, so the whole Jam Track store got nuked. On Thursday night. That was pretty funny. Not really. That wasn't funny.
We didn't even know that was happening until later, because we already got the songs and people were like, I can't buy the songs. You're like, oh, there might not be up here. Like, no, like the store's gone. You're like, huh?
And then all the songs were gone. They were just missing. So
there's a guy in my chat like, music sold out. Music is sold out. Like he wasn't making a joke. He just didn't speak English as his first language, so he probably translated it. It's like, I have no music.
So real.
Like,
Epic Games, congratulations.
That's how you know. Dude, that's how you know it's like a fucking emergency, man. It's an emergency. Yeah. Music gone. It is gone. The music has died.
Oh no, not the day the music died.
Yeah, no, for real. American Pie in Festival win.
Bye.
Perfect festival song. It's got to be.
Yeah, I would love to see American Pie Festival.
When 2050, when the heat death of the universe. No, when is that? 2036.
Yeah,
2036. The heat death of the universe.
2036. The heat death of the universe.
Real quick, I just logged into our email once again. It's been a while since I checked it. This is probably from when we did the Chris Vance episode. We're like, hey, by the way, if you have any development builds, email us at this. We got an email from somebody said, yo, I don't got a build or anything like that. I just wanted to say that the podcast goes crazy. Keep it up. So,
thank you, Chunkert. Bro. Come back with a build though.
Yeah, get a build.
I would love that even more. But thank
Speaking of feedback like that, I've actually been starting to see people. I've been really trolling around on the Fortnite Festival subreddit a lot, just to see what people are putting up as their public opinions, because I love getting to see that the mentality from people who aren't hardcore in the community, right? Just people who are playing Fortnite Festival for the first time that want to share their experience with someone. Yeah, right? That's a great way to go and see what people are saying. And I've noticed we're starting to get people in the comments there pointing to our talking points from the podcast. Like they say, hey, but they talked about this on Lore Hero, and here's what the reason is. And that's really cool. So for the people who are saying that, I just want to say I see you guys. Thank you. I appreciate the hell out of that.
Dope.
Yeah, I think that's crazy because like Alec was saying in the beginning, like we started this podcast as like a way to talk about the old lore of Guitar Hero, and like it just kind of just transformed into something, not something different, but it expanded. And you know, I listen. I know that there's people out there who are like, oh, they talk about Fortnite too much. It's like, hey, listen, man, we're trying to stay up with what's current too. You know, we can't always talk about the past.
Honestly, our eyes are still on the streets too. Like we're still looking. We're still looking.
We're in this shit.
There's no fucking way that we can ignore like everything that happens outside of.
It's a rhythm game made by Harmonix. I mean, like, what are you gonna do?
And hey, console scene right now doing really well. I got to give a shout out to Sleeperwave. Sleeperwave is at 657 out of 660, and Zuppy also at 657 out of 660.
Dominating. Zuppy just got flames the other day.
Yeah, GH3 flames.
In return, Ace said he was going to go back to grinding flame smash hits.
Yeah,
wow. Fuck yeah.
Because Zuppy got flames GH3, so good luck, Chris.
Yeah,
there's like some people might recognize Zuppy as a Smash name. That's because he is also a very talented melee player.
Right. Yeah, no. So he's on a tear. He just finished Guitar Hero 3, which is no easy feat at all.
With a stock Warriors of Rock guitar, by the way.
Yeah,
yes, he's been using stock Warriors of Rock guitar the whole time. I just sent Zuppy my Guitar Hero 5 guitar with the mechanical frets. I believe this is gonna be the first guitar he's ever used mechanical frets on, so it's probably gonna change his life.
Bro, yeah, I
sent him that for the slider bar.
His fucking external audio is so crispy, like you could hear the squeaks in the Words of Rock drum bar.
Yeah.
So him being with Max is gonna be kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I think it's gonna sound great. He's gonna have some great videos to watch.
I sent him that guitar for one purpose only, and that's for Satch Boogie. Because he bought a GH5 guitar with a slider bar that didn't work very well. So I'm like, dude, that's unlucky. My slider bar works well. He's like,
my slider bar works fantastic.
I'm just like, yeah, I probably could just send it to you, couldn't I? So I sent it off, and now he has the equipment to FC Satch Boogie with the slider bar, the easy mode cheat. Here's a piece of lore for you. If you didn't know, Satch Boogie, the trill solo D, is very hard to hit. Because of the sliders, and the reason why it's hard to hit is because when the slider notes are that close together, like in that trill, the timing windows overlap. So like if you might be intending to hit a certain orange, but the game might interpret it as being the orange after you want to hit it. So it'll skip over two notes essentially. But the slider bar seems to negate that, and that's how I FC'd Satch Boogie back in the day.
Never gotten that
5-6 years ago.
Maybe my slider bars were just never good. I don't
know. You can't use a World Tour slider bar. Slider bars on World Tour are dog shit.
No, I've not tried I never did the World Tour, so I did the GH5 one, and I tried. Maybe it was because I used a Wii neck on an Xbox body. I don't know. They have all the same digital input. Like you can swap it out. Like I liked using the Wii neck on the Xbox body because then I could use Rock Band 4 with like good frets. You know what I mean? So until now, obviously, things have changed with that. But yeah, no, I just never had a good slider bar because I had seen Super Marbler.
Yep,
Marbler.
that's where I got my inspiration.
That was the first
Marbler.
time.
The first ever full game FC'er. Full game. Oddballs Frank was the first full game.
Oddball Frank got it up until Words of Rock.
Words of Rock, yep.
Rest in peace. He never documented Words of Rock. We don't know if he actually did it.
Yeah.
Or not, but chances are that we never really saw any Words of Rock FCs from him past the demo.
Yeah, he played the demo. There was a video of him playing Ghost.
And then he was like, oh, I'm back. I can't wait for this game. And then nothing.
That was it, yeah.
Which, that was it. But, yeah, no. So Marbler, first ever full series F-Seer. And also somehow an F-Seer of I Don't Want to Stop on
DS.
On tour. Yeah.
Which for those who don't know is like
talented as fuck.
Insane.
It's horrible.
It's not even
I don't know.
It's the peripheral is what makes it hard.
Yes,
I had an idea.
Engine too, but peripheral is
I
the
had an
big
idea, man. Like
point.
they have these mod kits where you can output these to a TV. It's called NDS.
Didn't Six String Cal post that recently?
Yeah, Six String Cal posted it, and I thought it was funny because I was literally looking
is that
up.
what he's doing on Twitter?
Yeah, because I looked at the chips and I was like, wait, that's NDS TV. I saw it and I was like, there's like the ribbon cable and then the custom PCB. They sell it in kits. And they were sold out, but Cal got one. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. I hope it works out for him, because like the idea is you take off the top, you cut off the signal to the top screen and you pull it entirely off the hinges, and then there's a little TV out ribbon. Like it's a ribbon out to a custom PCB with a red, white, yellow on it, and then after that, you're good, and you could just use the bottom screen as is. And there's like little jumper switches on the NDS TV out if you want to switch the screens, which is really fucking cool. So yeah, there's a video of Bromik, at Nintendo DS
because of
Guitar
course
Hero.
it's Bromik.
Yeah, because it's Bromik. All right,
Yeah.
Nintendo DS God. Okay. All right, or a very, very, what's it? Aficionado? What's the fucking title? Connoisseur,
Nintendo DS enthusiast, enjoyer.
Yeah, there's a video of him playing Guitar Hero DS on a CRT, which is crazy.
That's so fucked up.
And he just has the thing on the bottom, no screen on top, and he's playing on a CRT. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
If I had to choose a way to play it would be like that. So then I could just be like that and look at the screen.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. You don't have to look at yourself strumming as long as you're just doing the strumming motion. You don't have to look at that screen ever.
Sure.
Yeah, you just have to look at the big screen there. Okay. Ideally, you could figure out a way to like mod up a real guitar to play that too. So like you can go beyond the grip. So like the grip is connected to the DS, but then after that, you have the wires just going to a real guitar, right? So you could actually hold a real guitar and you could like put your DS, strumming action like where the strum bar would be, and then you're playing it like that, looking at TV. That'd be the ideal setup for me to play on a real console.
I mean, I was watching you play.
Probably not.
I was watching you play on emulator when you were streaming, and like I was like, damn, this game actually looks kind of fun on an emulator.
Yeah, that is actually the real way to play the game. If you guys want to play these DS games and you don't want to actually play it on a DS, or you don't have the grip or whatever, play it on emulator.
I had like a hunch on like how I can very comfortably play the game, and I think if I were able to hold the grip away from me and then play it sideways and have a camera looking at the other side, and then I could look at a video feed on like my on my computer.
Because if you're playing a regular guitar controller, you're already kind of in this,
holding it up like this.
Yeah, but on a DS, you have to like move it to be like this, because you have to like move your arm all weird.
You want to know how I got this thing charged? I don't have the original charger for this anymore. It broke when I got it. But I found out through the internet that if you just have a mini USB cable, it's a proprietary slot, but you can just jam it the fuck in there. And then it works. Mini USB cable.
It's just a different connector entirely.
Mini USB just works. So you got a PlayStation 3 controller.
That scares me. I still have one, so I'm gonna use it.
RAFnet. All right. So yeah, I got a cable from that RAFnet. It just fucking works. It's so funny.
Insane.
Why are these buttons so good for like ASMR though? Like
they're just good. Dude, I actually like the buttons.
Never bad. Yeah, like they were good.
They were so good.
When I first got this thing as a kid, I was like, man, these feel kind of good. These feel better than my actual guitar. I'm not gonna lie.
They just pushing these again right now. They feel good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so honest, dude. Nintendo,
this is so much bigger than a mini USB.
Whoever they hired for the Nintendo controllers in general, they cooked, because the GH3 and the World Tour those guitars. Those buttons I've always felt were better, and look at us now. Like, it's kind of the standard of silicone.
I haven't turned this thing on in like 2 years, and it somehow still has battery. How do they do this?
Amazing.
That's amazing.
What?
Correct.
Nintendo put that black magic in the.
Well, it's funny with the Wii guitars, with the Nintendo peripherals, like. The engineering overall just seems to be better. Like when you open like an Xbox 360 Les Paul, like it's kind of a mess, to be honest. Like in a lot of ways.
Some of them,
like,
there's a lot of different variations.
There's variants.
The one that
where
like, everything runs through the strum board.
Yeah, the ones where everything runs through the strum board, those suck. They are not fun to work with.
A lot of wires in there.
But the ones where everything goes to the board where like the D-pad and the home button are, those are the best ones, because you can just replace the strum switches like easily, like whereas the one where everything goes through the board, you have to keep that board. You have no choice, right?
Dude, I'm just playing the game right now, bro. I'm playing Dimension by Wolfmother. How does this have charge? I'm actually mind blown how this thing has any charge. This has not been plugged in I swear 2 years. And I'm playing it right now.
Too. Let's go. Yeah, Nintendo cooked.
It's over.
Nintendo cooked. I think we can all agree on that.
I want to know if I want to know if they are actually cooking Switch 2, because we don't have a plastic guitar for Switch right now, and there's people asking when they're going to be able to play Pro Mode on that console.
Yeah, so we gotta bring
when
up
Switch 2 drops, bro.
Well, hey, look,
I'm just kidding. That's a long time.
When Fortnite Festival official Twitter account tweeted out last week, when we were complaining very, very loudly about instrument compatibility, they do say, additionally, we're going to kick off conversations with console makers to see what we can do to expand instrument compatibility anywhere it seems feasible. And I was reading that earlier, and I realized
sounds like Nintendo Switch.
I was like, yeah, what if they're talking about Nintendo Switch and mobile?
Ooh, hey, so I mentioned this off stream earlier when we were not recording the podcast, but there was a mobile guitar for Guitar Hero Live.
Yes.
They did have, I mean, again, that's Activision, that was Freestyle Games, that's not Harmonix, but it has been done before by a different company. And I gotta be honest, it was really cool getting to play GHTV on phone. I had an iPhone back then, and I remember I could literally just play the full game, like just wherever.
The calibration was nutsack. It was so bad.
It was. It sucked.
It was very, very bad. For a small moment, okay, no, Jason, straight up, there was a very small period of time where the servers were still up for GHTV, and I had a GH iOS guitar, and I got to play. I had a jailbroken iPhone, so I had access to the unreleased songs.
Oh shit, yeah.
Because GH Nerd at the time was like, okay, here's how you do it. You got to swap out the files, and here got to go do this in iFile. And I was like, wow, I was super into jailbreaking back then, and so like that was like my two worlds colliding. I was like, oh shit, I finally get to be a DJ and do this too, and I got to play like Welcome to the Jungle. I got to play like Foo Fighters' The Pretender with an open note sustain. In an official engine, or actually, no, open note sustain on guitar in an official engine, because open notes
on bass and Warriors of Rock you'd have that.
Bass Warriors of Rock and GH5 had that shit. But I just thought it was super cool. I believe I had some videos up of unreleased songs back in the day. I don't know if they're public anymore, but I do remember making videos. Because the way that I did it is that I would mirror my iPhone screen to my PC, record it on my PC, and then just play off the iPhone. And then sometimes there'd be like a metric ton of like frame drops. But like, hey, what worked, man. I had to do what I had to do. And I wanted to play those 6 fret charts because I was like, yeah, touch charts are one thing. What about the 6 fret charts?
Yeah.
Because I could have done it on Clone Hero, but I don't know if the 6 fret was good enough back then.
Shit, you just reminded me that Guitar Hero Live had a freaking like gamepad mode for phone.
Yeah, they had an exclusive mode on the phones.
It did.
The best system you ever could have played it on, because there was an extra mode.
Yeah.
But and they also had planned drums for the touch mode as well. So that's where we'd spoken about the hidden iOS touch drum charts. But the gameplay is based off of a little game on the original iPhone, Guitar Hero for iOS.
Dropping the lore.
It's the exact same gameplay as that. Why? They had these slider notes. Dude, I got an FC on there last night. I FC'd Say It Ain't So by Weezer on there. Ooh, and I was like low key shaking. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna miss or not. I'm not sure, because they had slider notes that acted as power chords, like just as another option as power chords, and they barely fucking worked. And then you thought the slider notes in like World Tour were bad? Wait till you play like hammer-on notes in Guitar Hero iOS. They don't work. They barely work if you use it the intended way. So you have to tap them individually.
Slide.
Yeah, you have to slide.
Slide, tap. But you know who got that right? Fucking Harmonix did with Rock Band Reloaded. Because hammer-ons on guitar and bass in that game, they just work when you slide across they have like a similar type of game style like that, but they don't have like actual slider dedicated notes. Instead, they have a sliding mechanic for hammer-ons. It just works. And it's really fun. It's extremely fun. I'd recommend getting an old-ass iPad or an old ass iPhone for like super cheap.
I'm now thinking about this because I have every single old iPod, iPhone that everybody in my family's ever had. So we have like
you have
iPhone 4S, I have an iPhone 5, I have an iPhone 6.
An iPhone 5. An iPhone 5 is what you need. Exactly an iPhone 5.
I have one of those. That was my first ever phone. That was my first smartphone ever.
It's a good ass phone. I love my iPhone 5 because these old apps are 32-bit architecture only. If you have an iPhone, 5S or above, eventually, if you go high enough in the software updates, they stop supporting 32-bit apps, or it significantly drops in compatibility the later you go in the software. But yeah, no. So what's recommended is 32-bit iPhones, and so I believe it has to have like an A5 chip, A5 processor inside the phones. So it's like a iPhone 5, iPad 1, or iPad Mini first generation type beat, and then you can get a jailbreak. You can get a jailbreak on either iOS 8 or iOS 9. There's plenty out there. And then
I'm really gonna have to go grab my old ass iPhone from my childhood bedroom from my parents' house, bring it back here, and jailbreak that shit, bro. Where can I download all these ISOs?
The Meats.
They're even ISOs. They're on the Meats
has it, bro.
Okay, there you
go. And then if you're gonna capture it, you get one of these hoes. Get one of these guys.
Did you just tell him to go to Arby's?
Yeah, I just told him to go to Arby's. Yeah, go to the meat.
My
go
local
to the
Arby's.
Mountain.
It's like 10 minutes away from me, but I could go. I mean,
delicious. Arby's meet up in Minnesota. Let's get it.
Jamocha shake,
sure.
anyone?
Yeah. Come meet up at the Arby's nearby me. I'll give you the address if you want to come by. We'll get some mozzarella sticks. I love their mozzarella sticks. My favorite thing.
So, dude, those mozzarella sticks and White Castle mozzarella sticks are like
White Castle ones.
Never had White Castle ever in my life.
White Castle mozzarella sticks are.
Well, Alec hadn't either, and then I got him to go. We got a what did we get? How many burgers did we get?
We got a Crave Crate, so that was 12 burgers.
Yeah,
the Crave Crate. Oh shit! There's one actually close.
We ate all of them, and like an
hour
later,
White Castle 10 miles away.
I died. Ooh. We died.
Yeah, an hour later, I was like, man, I regret this.
I want to die.
Ain't no way I'm thinking about getting an iPhone 5 and also getting White Castle.
Yo, let's go. The culture, man.
No, but yeah, I mean, real quick about mozzarella sticks. Arby's mozzarella sticks. Get the Bronco Berry sauce if you haven't tried that already. I think that's the sauce they give you with jalapeno poppers. But gotta get the Bronco Berry. Dip your mozzarella sticks in that shit. It's the best.
The only Arby's that's in Maine near me, it closed down because nobody was fucking going to it. It was at the mall. And I was like, damn, dude. I was hyped when they brought the Arby's to the mall because, like, I can't tell gang that I fuck with Arby's, but I fuck with Arby's. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't mind myself a classic roast beef and cheddar now and then.
I don't give a fuck, man. It's delicious to me. I don't care.
She's very beautiful to me.
She's very gorgeous. Very gorgeous to me. That's the line. She is very gorgeous to me.
Yeah. Talk about Arby's.
Sorry, Rosie, I'm sorry for scaring you. It's a legendary video. You'll see one day.
You'll get it one day.
You will.
Yeah. So where were we? Yeah, mobile. I'm on a mobile binge at the moment. I was playing those Nokia games. I've been playing.
I caught that game
sounded
briefly.
Terribly good. I'm sorry. Like some of them were great.
Okay.
Like Monsters was really good.
A bit of rundown for just a quick rundown for people who didn't see those. Which I'm gonna try and get a video of that out as soon as I can. But the history goes that they released 10 Nokia games for Guitar Hero and Rock Band combined on Java.
That's so many games.
Baby.
That's too many games. But I was also told that across all the Guitar Hero games, every device that bought those games, all units combined, was over 2 million.
Wow.
So they had Guitar Hero 3, World Tour, Guitar Hero 5, and a Warriors of Rock, and DJ Hero.
DJ Hero was on the phone? The Nokia phone?
No. Okay. No. I was blown away with the mechanics in DJ Hero. They got the crossfader mechanic on that shit.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard of any of this.
Yeah. I wanted to deep dive into it because I had never experienced those games, and so I wasn't about to go out to a Nokia, like go get a Nokia that was like jailbreakable or whatever. I mean, it would have been funny to play it on real hardware, maybe one day. But thanks to Thardworthy, he sent me all the games and an emulator to play it on PC. It was very straightforward to set up, and so it started with Guitar Hero 3.
Wait, they have Poison. in this
game.
They
had poison on
poison.
DJ
Devo?
And they
yeah.
And it's a beat juggle that they did in MIDI form.
Yeah,
I'll get to most of these, man. But there's so much to talk
video,
about.
This actually looks really good.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask, like, DJ Hero Mobile, was that in the Clubs Hub video? Because I don't remember the existence of DJ Hero. Because I didn't watch that portion he did on mobile games. I just remember seeing like the overall set list. It is. He did play DJ Hero Mobile in that.
Yeah, I think I remember the DJ Hero Mobile existing, maybe from the Liam Robertson video, talking about Hero World. I potentially, but I didn't know exactly how it worked. But it's a trip, man. All these Nokia games.
This looks good. Like, I'm like impressed. Yeah. I'm very.
Send me the files later. I'm interested.
Yeah, I got you, bro. So it began with Guitar Hero 3 Nokia, and they had a standard game, and then they had a game called More Songs. So it was like an expansion pack, and on top of that, they had DLC, which I don't know if I think all the DLC is lost media for those games because nobody fucking gave a shit about microtransactions on the Nokia games. There's no way. But strangely enough, the Guitar Hero 3 Nokia games had a bunch of Guitar Hero 2 songs in there. And not just Guitar Hero 2, we're talking 360 exclusives.
Wait, they have the Trooper on there? They have $1 billion
No,
babies?
they had Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo and Life Wasted.
What?
Yeah. Some bizarre picks.
Okay.
But they had a lot of Guitar Hero 2. Yeah, I want to say this was 2008, early 2008, had to have been. Like holiday time, around that time. Bobby was like, bro, we got to release this on everything. Release it on everything he did.
It's like M-gauge times.
GH3 Mobile, here's the set list. I'm gonna take a screenshot and send this to you. They have fucking... Man. It's like half Guitar Hero 2.
Yeah,
what the hell is going on with this thing?
Where's
my
very
screenshot,
odd.
Cody? Hello?
It's super odd.
There we go. Here's a screenshot. I'm slow, sorry. So, Black Magic Woman, Cherub Rock, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Jessica from Guitar Hero 2, Miss Murder, Monsters, Paranoid, Rock You Like a Hurricane, School's Out, Strutter, Guitar Hero 2, Suck My Kiss, Trippin' on a Whole Paper Heart, Guitar Hero 2, Woman, Guitar Hero 2, You Really Got Me, Guitar Hero 2.
Oh, we gotta talk about Trippin' on a Hole later.
So
because of something that came out.
These are not the full songs. Cause
like half.
You're watching the stream, man. It's like
it was great.
It's a minute to like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes max.
Well, and the way that they get cut off too is really funny. Like, what's it called? One of these got cut off hilariously.
There are so many DLCs.
The one that
Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
No, it was Paranoid, bro. Wasn't it?
Oh, it was Paranoid?
It was Paranoid. Because it was the riff of Paranoid. It goes dun 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 dun. And then the song cuts off at the very end, and I was like, you didn't even let it resolute. Like, what? Why? Why did you fade it out?
Yeah,
it just faded out. Other ones they just completely stopped, but they wrote entire songs. They did what is it? They just did whole songs, not whole songs, but they made it a listenable, quote unquote, experience.
Dude, hit me with your best shot. The solo, it sounded really good. Like,
dude, honestly. And it gets better, like, the more years go by. The Warriors of Rock ones, we eventually got full songs. Eventually. Oh, man, War Pigs is so funny. It's literally just the first verse, and then it ends. But they also had the siren in MIDI.
A MIDI siren? Oh my god.
It's kind of amazing.
The solo for You Really Got Me, the MIDI, I was very impressed.
Yeah, really? There's some good cuts in this one, man.
Like they tried, they really did. They tried to make it sound good.
Woman by Wolfmother is actually based off of the Wave Group cover because it has the exclusive solo. It has the extended solo in there. It's not just the keyboard. No, it's that whole original guitar solo.
Wait, what does FCP Remix sound like?
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
So you see the months released, all that stuff.
They supported this for an entire year of DLC pack.
Everything below, like August and below, I do not have access to.
Oh, okay.
Dude, they got The Arsonist by Thrice. That's such a weird song to take.
That's probably like, when did that release in GH3 DLC?
What the fuck? That's the that was from the Modern Metal pack, man. Someone really liked Thrice over at Neversoft, and hats off to you. I love Thrice. But that's such a random song to have in this game.
Yeah,
of all the songs that they could have taken from that official Guitar Hero 3 DLC, it was the Arsonist. I don't think I see any other Guitar Hero 3 DLC. That's even weirder.
I'm not seeing any either. Yeah, that's the only actual DLC song there. Everything else is on disc.
Oh, we gotta know. We gotta know. Like, I gotta know the history about that, man.
Dude, there's no video of FCP Remix. There's no info online about it at all for this.
Just doesn't exist.
Just lost media.
Oh man, we gotta find this somehow.
Is this Nokia? It just says Guitar Hero 3 Mobile. Is that what it's called?
So it is.
Surely that's not the app, right?
It's not just Nokia because it differed in how it played and how it sounded.
Yeah.
Depending on which like mobile device you had.
Depending on what.
So I don't know what emulator emulates the type of Nokia that I had, but I was playing this shit at 15 FPS. It was ass cheeks. It was terrible.
I mean, it's probably better than what it was like on a phone.
But then other people were saying like, yo, I was able to load this onto my old phone and I was playing it at 60.
I've got old phones on.
There's a Windows. There's a whole Windows Phone line of Guitar Hero mobile games that I don't know about either.
Guitar Hero 5 on Windows, baby. There's achievements to be made on that game. You get the 200 gamer score. My account has those achievements. I didn't get them. I gave somebody my account to do them for me.
Oh my god!
If you go on trueachievements.com and you can see that my account, A Wise Moose, has every single achievement in every Guitar Hero game, including the Windows 8 version. I didn't do it. I traded achievements. I traded my Power Gig Instruments achievements for the Guitar Hero mobile achievements. He did the mobile Guitar Hero 5 achievements for me. I finished out Power Gig achievements for him.
That's amazing. So there's real gamer score achievements attached to those.
Just Guitar Hero 5 on Windows Phone. The only one that has it.
Okay, yeah, because I saw that there are achievements on these mobile games, like every single one. Not like Xbox achievements, but it's just like, hey,
like in-game things,
milestones, in-game little things that you can have.
Oh man! All right. So let's see what we got. We got the we got this fucking thing.
Yeah,
this is my first phone. This is my first.
Hell yeah! You could probably load the jars on that bitch, man. Like,
and then this one. This is LG.
Yeah, and so you gotta realize
my mom had a Razor.
Nice.
Dude, I had a Razor
cool
too.
Ones.
I had 2006 Razor.
And then you look at this fucking thing.
Oh,
sick.
Yo, relics of the past.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Pantech. I remember Pantech, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I gotta see if I can charge this one. The battery's not.
I never had any phone like that. My first ever phone was an iPhone 5.
What? Are you serious?
Really?
I thought
I didn't have a phone until I was 15.
I was like friends with this chick in high school that had a BlackBerry, and I was like, "That's crazy. Do you like it?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." And I was like,
"Pretty cool. I want it so bad."
Well, this is like 2010. This is like my freshman year of high school, and then I got like an iPod Touch, and I felt like I was on top of the world. That
was my first ever device like that too. iPod Touch. I never had any sort of phone or some sort of thing like that that had actual buttons. Because my mom just didn't want me to have a phone yet. She thought I didn't need one. Yeah. I was always jealous of everybody in middle school that had phones because I didn't have one.
This model in particular, this is the iPod Touch 5th generation. This was my blood and life.
Dude,
like
I loved my iPod Touch so much.
I went everywhere with this thing. I did everything on this thing.
Yeah.
Like this is how I got into like social media. This is how I got into all the music that I would get and listen to. I'd be downloading music from like fucking Mediafire and like loading it on this bitch, you know? And then I'd be like the plug for all the people at school. Would be like, yo, where'd you get your music from? Because streaming wasn't a thing yet. We didn't all have smartphones, and we weren't on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube Music yet. That wasn't a thing until after I graduated like class of 2014. So it was just that period of time before everybody started getting smartphones. So people were still rocking iPods, and then I had my Nokia on top of having an iPod, and I was just like, hell yeah.
I had an iPod Touch before. I had an iPod Touch before I had a smartphone as well.
Dude, you know what, Jake? I probably got a library. I got a library of iPod Touch photos, like all from high school, and so it's just in there. It's just inside of one of my drives that's like a decade old. Yeah, I can't believe this drive is still spinning. I can't believe it.
I got this bitch for Christmas, 2011. My iPod Touch. That's the date on these photos being taken, and some of my first pictures of me are getting Moabs on Modern Warfare 3.
Yo,
dude,
I remember taking it. I had a there's like I took a selfie of me and my Guitar Hero Live box.
Nice. In 15.
Yeah, in 2015. And so, man, yo, let's go. Sick Moab, dude. Let's
go.
Is
a different one?
Chargers with mini USB.
Oh my god. My guy was on hard hat.
Yeah, dude.
With the
PP90.
Hard hat with the PP. Oh man, there ain't no way. Oh my god.
Some memories right there.
MW3 was like one of my all-time favorites. Like people talk about MW2, some talk about COD 4, but for me it was MW3. I love that fucking game.
I dumped so many hours in the Modern Warfare 3.
Black Ops 1. I wasted so much time in Black Ops 1. I love
that whole era, dude.
Oh,
it's charging! It's turning on!
Bro, it takes micro USB.
That's
dude.
Lucky.
Micro USB on a phone like that is actually kind of new, right?
Yeah,
that's probably
like this is just proprietary, bro. This is
they're using proprietary up until then. Now and then they went micro USB.
The PS3 DualShock uses micro USB or whatever it is, mini USB. Is it a mini USB that the PS3 DualShock uses?
Yeah. PS3 DualShock is mini USB.
Okay,
and
the Razer is mini. The Razer is mini USB.
Yeah,
sounds like 2006 era.
And in return, the Nintendo DS is technically mini USB, technically.
But since it's Nintendo, they had to fuck it up and make their own proprietary.
This phone is micro.
Huh. That one's micro. Wow.
Yeah, that's shocking. What?
Man, I wish I had all my old shit. That's at my parents' place because I didn't think to bring that with me when I moved.
Yeah, dude, I've always kept
that. Hey, what's up? I gotta get my shit.
I'm going there next week.
Yeah, go get an iPhone. Get your iPhone 5. Jailbreak that bitch. Okay.
Going there for good reason.
And then get guitar.
I'll get my original iPod too. I might have the Guitar Hero app still installed in a Rock Band app because I remember I had them on my iPod Touch.
I just don't know if they're
still there. You can't re-download them, can you?
You cannot. You cannot. Even if you did purchase them, I can see my purchases, but I cannot in any way, shape, or form install them.
They're just off the servers.
Everything is just all old, and they just pulled support for all of that, which really sucks. But that's why preservation is good, and we go to bit.ly/Arby's has the meats.
We love preservation. Woo!
Love that shit.
Yeah, because guess what? You can't buy any of this shit anymore. You can't buy it. Nope. Nobody's getting money for it, so just get it yourself. Figure out a way.
Dude, the content just goes so deep with the Guitar Hero mobile games, because like, why have DLC for that?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Weird.
And this is a whole world of Guitar Hero I am unfunfamiliar with entirely. I've never played any of them except for the one on iOS.
Yeah, these are all charts that I've never seen before. Like, I want to know what it's like to play Cliffs of Dover and FCP Remix on Nokia.
Yeah,
we gotta find them.
Unfortunately, no, but I think all that shit's gone. I don't think anybody ever recovered that. But yeah, maybe somebody who has
Lore Hero.
Yeah, email Lore Hero. There's this crazy ass text on the screen.
Is anyone trolling eBay for like Nokia phone dev kits?
Oh my, no, we're not doing this, bro.
Great idea.
Why not? Why not?
The last time we put out a call to action. I don't know.
The companies that made the earlier Guitar Hero mobile games are called Hands On, still published by Activision. They're called Hands On. And then for Guitar Hero 5 and beyond, up until
that was Glue.
Yeah, Glue. GLU.
Glue Mobile.
Yeah. So what's crazy is that we had the cutoff songs for all those games. Warriors of Rock has full songs. It has from second 0 to the very end.
Technology is advanced.
You know what I fucking played last night? I played a MIDI version of Setting Fire to Sleeping Giants.
Ooh,
that's cursed.
Dillinger?
Probably slaps.
They had Dillinger MIDI. They had It's Only Another Parsec.
RX Bandits?
Yeah. They had RX Bandits, and I'm being told that there's another. They had an expansion pack for that Nokia Warriors of Rock game. So there's 10 more songs in that bitch to be had. I don't know what's in there. I'm probably gonna find out like before this episode airs, but either way, that's a lot of like. I had to play "Crying" by Aerosmith, the whole shebang. That shit's 6 minutes on Nokia.
Wow.
Hearing that in MIDI. You know what? The cover that I was super impressed with was Night Ranger. You Could Still Rock in America.
Ooh.
That one was pretty good. They did the solo fairly decently, but you know the slider part. It sounds like ascending triplets. They just gave up. They gave up, but it was really funny. But it sounded good.
I blame them.
Oh, and they had Ties That Bind. They had Alter Bridge MIDI. They had Alter Bridge MIDI.
I'm watching your VOD right now.
I want to hear that.
Here,
Yeah.
here's a link to the VOD.
Really
Scroll through. I'm at 44 minutes. I just clicked randomly, and you're on the Warriors of Rock one, playing what is it? Motivation by Sum 41 right now.
That one was good too. I fucked with that one big time. Yeah. Oh my god. But that whole experience, Warriors of Rock had a lot of snoozers, but it set it up for failure because the first song that you get to play is Fortunate Son by CCR, and like 90% of the audio is missing. and it was just, I was just like, man, I have to endure a whole game of this. And here I am. I played two fucking versions of Guitar Hero 5. I played oh man, I didn't tell you about the whole ass RPG game that they had developed for Nokia.
Wait, what?
Did I? Oh my god. Okay, so there's a series of Guitar Hero games on mobile called Backstage Pass. And so it loosely carries the idea of Guitar Hero because that's just what you do to impress the people that are in the crowd. You have to go out and get a crowd to come to your show, and you have to do it at the right time of the day. It's an open world video game.
The day in real life, like real life hours?
It's in-game real hours that you have to keep track of, and you have to go to an area during a specific time of day and go throw out flyers before the cops get you for fucking loitering or whatever. And you have to make sure you have a place to sleep at night so that you can go to your gig tomorrow.
There are Guitar Hero RPGs that exist on a mobile phone?
On a mobile phone.
What?
And there's not one, but there's two of them.
What?
So Guitar Hero 3 is like your rise to Rockstar, and then World Tour is you getting kicked out of the band because you have a douchebag bandmate and you become homeless and you have to rise to the top
What
again.
the fuck?
Damn.
I need these files. I must play these.
This
is fucked up.
I know it sounds gas, but then you play it and you're like, oh,
I know. I know. The idea is exciting.
I don't care.
No, honestly, the fact that it is a thing and they released two versions of it, and if there's any more Guitar Hero Backstage Pass games, please let me know. Please let us know. LoreHeroOutlook.com. Please let us know.
LoreHeroPodcast@gmail.com.
The very first thing I think of is, and this is a deep cut, but I think we might have even mentioned this on the podcast once before. I'm not sure. There was at one point a DJ Hero Guitar Hero MMO in the works.
Yes.
Yeah, that was World. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Yep.
Yeah, right. Like that's a thing that the Liam Robinson. I think we might have even mentioned that earlier, right? Like, if anybody hasn't seen that video, I think it's like 7 or 8 years old now.
It's a great video.
Still all the footage. In fact, hold on. Can I grab the link for it? Sure. While I grab that, there's a lot of footage in there. If you haven't seen it, check that link out. We'll put it in the description or something. But there's some wild gameplay of you like trying to run your own club, and you need to get people into it, and you're like,
essentially,
similar idea.
It's like little mini games. I think they were probably looking at this whole mini game thing, around the time they were experimenting with mobile, because they were probably seeing like, hey, we can't just have one type of gameplay for a mobile player, and so it's like, hey, here's some mini games. Let's make it a whole ass video game experience too. Because there's also Band Hero DS, where if you could do a stunt to get star power.
Yeah, dude, those are funny. The stunts.
Those are so much fun. Like, hey, smash this amp with a guitar and you get star power.
Or go high five the crowd, but don't slap the baby.
Yeah, high five the crowd. Don't slap the baby.
Don't slap the baby.
And then there's one where it's like you got to crowd surf and you got to do a little maze, but the fucking line is so thin. You can't do it with your finger. I had to do it with a stylus, but I don't have a stylus currently.
I did it with my mouse because I played. I just did this last week when I played through them on
better. It's like some impossible quiz type shit.
Yeah, kind of.
I love it.
Oh my god,
I love it.
I had that app on my iPod Touch. I did. Dude,
bro,
did you ever finish it?
The Impossible app or the Impossible Quiz?
The Impossible Quiz had an app. Yes.
Shut the fuck up. No,
I'm pretty damn sure. Maybe I'm making it up. I'm pretty sure it did. Impossible Quiz app iOS. Well, it's I'm never gonna be able to find the old ass one.
It's based off of the Flash game.
Yeah, pretty sure.
No way.
Pretty sure.
Now I like the one where like it tricks you. It's like you have to.
The one.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, now that's lost media for me. That's
lost media. There's a fucking download, bro. It's right here.
Oh, there is a download.
Let's
I
go.
just found it on. I found it on Reddit thread.
Oh,
apparently,
he put it in here, bro.
This is Impossible Quiz 2, apparently. So.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, because it's the Impossible Quiz. Like it plays the it's that Flash game where it's like troll answers or whatever, and it plays Rocky in the background, right? Yeah. Okay. So we know exactly what we're talking about.
I was obsessed with that one for a while. Did you ever beat it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I beat it once or twice.
I beat the Impossible Quiz 1. I was putting my school onto that one. I was putting on the 4th graders in my class on that shit because I was like, yo, you guys got to see this because it's dope.
There's some gameplay of some dude playing on an iPad.
I did not know that they had an iOS port of this. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Man, it goes a little show you like who the fuck talks about who makes like these novelty game apps anymore. That's not a thing.
This type of shit doesn't exist.
This is a whole like this falls under the category of like funny shovelware type beat. You know, this is like
funny shovelware.
Did you know that Line Rider is on Nintendo Wii? They have a Line Rider.
I did actually. I knew that.
Yeah, no, it's just we don't get stuff like that anymore because
Doodle Jump.
Yeah, we don't get shit like Doodle Jump anymore.
Things aren't the same.
Just a different era.
What kind of phones am I playing on my phone? What kind of games am I playing on my phone right now? Nothing. I don't have
nothing. I don't play games on my phone. My phone is for phone things like Twitter.
I got Yahtzee.
Dude, I have Apple Arcade on my iPad and I never use it. I got it for Sonic Dream Team. I played it once and I never canceled it.
Bro, they put in whole ass fucking Call of Duty Warzone on iPhone, so I had to try it. It is it's insane.
Listen,
it's actually insane.
Nothing will ever beat Nazi Zombies on iOS for iPod.
Oh, I had that on my iPod too.
Yeah. Love that.
Dude, my cousin, like, they had multiplayer, so my cousin and I were in a museum, I was visiting them, and he was like, you want to play Nazi Zombies? So we got the Wi-Fi, we played together. It was great. While at the museum, we hated the museum. Now I love museums.
Now
that I'm old, I love museums.
Like, it was just cool to be like, the whole term for Call of Duty Zombies was just called Nazi Zombies.
Nazi Zombies, because that's what it
Nazi Zombies.
Nazi Zombies.
Yeah. No, and then obviously they had to take that out because
we are killing the Nazis. We're not like on the Nazi side. Just mentioning Nazis isn't bad. You can say the word.
But also, them coming back to life is not exactly a cool thing.
No.
Well, we're killing them. Well, they always do win, though. The Nazis do always win in the end, don't they? There's no way for you to ever beat the Nazis.
Oh, dude, that's fucked up.
That's super fucked.
If you think
maybe you take that shit out of context, it's over. You're getting clipped out of context. Damn.
I'm talking about Nazi Zombies. I'm talking about Call of Duty World at War.
Oh my god.
It was standardized testing. Like the SAT, not SATs, because I wasn't that smart. But it was like the state standardized testing. We were just in the back of the classroom and be like, all right, let's load up zombies. iPod Touch 3, iPod Touch 4, the homie with the iPod Touch 2nd generation, still rocking it. He's just like, all right, let's load up a zombies lobby. Shino Numa, it's over. You know, like they had Doris and all that stuff on iPod, and man, so many hours were wasted.
You know what I was playing during the break moments in my ACT? Fucking Super Hexagon. Anybody familiar with Super Hexagon?
I love Super Hexagon.
That game is so. You all know it?
Oh my god!
Yes.
I love that game. It's so fun.
Yeah, I
actually
load that shit up. I think that still exists as an app.
Yeah, it does. It's on Steam even.
Indeed. In fact, the person who made the soundtrack for that game has been in our community before.
Oh yeah,
that's Chipsel. That's Chipsel. She's been around. Yeah,
that's awesome
for sure.
Small world, small world out there.
Insane.
That's
I rock with the music in that game so much.
Yeah, it's good
so
music.
Much fun.
I swear to God, I swear to God, I used to see her on Twitter all the time. I don't know if I wonder what they're doing now.
Yeah, no, the
so
music
cool.
in that game is second to none. It like people had their gateway into like Geometry Dash, but that was kind of like I was into that shit like that. I played so much.
I have 63.8 hours on record on the Steam version of Super Hexagon, bro.
God.
No way.
63 hours.
How much is it? The game's gotta be like $5, right?
It's a great game.
$2.99.
Oh, it's $3. I'll buy it. I love this game, man. It came out in 2012. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yes.
Dude,
this is
I'm watching Rock Band iOS and like you playing The Perfect Drug. and it's making me realize that
like drugs on there.
Yeah. But it's making me realize, like you know, they gotta make the pad charts at Fortnite Festival a little harder, because for back in the day, this was fucking challenging. Like,
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I feel like they did a good thing by having shit like lift notes, but I'm ready for them to start letting up, and I feel like that was pretty evident with Killing in the Name drums.
Yes,
they did a really, really good job on that pad chart.
That
good job,
is
ELX.
insane.
Very good. Yeah.
Chipsa was banned on Twitter. That's why I haven't seen them.
Oh,
okay. Apparently they were hacked and they got banned. RIP.
Oh,
that's awful.
Stinks. That's
so.
I was wondering. Okay.
Going back to talking about the soundtracks of these games, like, so you're like, oh, a Perfect Drug is in Rock Band iOS. Dog, it was in Rock Band Nokia as well. Yeah. They had Rock Band. They had 2 Rock Band games on Nokia. They just had regular Rock Band, and then Rock Band Reloaded was also on there too. And for some reason, maybe not for some reason, the weirdest thing for me is that when you load up Rock Band Reloaded, and you go to the set list, they actually do have markers for fucking. They had proper labeling for some of these songs. There's Rock Band Network inside of Rock Band iOS.
Huh? What?
So,
that's insane.
I don't know who. Maybe it was like when Harmonix did a couple of Rock Band Network tracks, like how they did that Jonathan Colton track. You know how they that's like one of the very few official Harmonix Rock Band Network charts. This is probably what they're like doing as well.
What song is it?
Remedy by Seether.
Okay, that's a good one. That makes a lot of sense. That's like one of the higher profile songs that was ever included.
That's what I'm saying. It's a high profile song. I could look up the DLC list because there's more Rock Band Network for Reloaded.
That's crazy to me.
Insane.
So much. I think the Rock Band Reloaded games got so much love put into them. Just because also there's a vocals, there's regular charts, and then you could use your voice for charts.
Wait, what?
Like, yeah,
really?
They had an actual vocal engine on iOS.
It just keeps getting deeper and deeper, man.
But they also had pad charts for it too.
Festival? Where you at? You did this way back in 2012, 2010, whatever the fuck this was.
They're gonna figure it out. I'm sure they're gonna figure it out.
I hope so.
I hope they get vocals in Festival. I do.
Oh, dude, I found on the Internet Archive, man. Someone archived the first Rock Band iOS with all the DLC.
Link it.
Yeah,
unless it's already in the meets, I don't care.
I don't know
if it's not in the meets. I might have to speak to the manager and say, hey, I found this exotic beef. You should add to your menu.
Exotic beef.
They had 12 DLC tracks for Rock Band, the first Rock Band iOS game, and these are all like Rock Band 1 DLC.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins, some of these are 30 Seconds to Mars. Dude, I had somebody in my chat the other day when I was streaming that just found out that Jared Leto was the singer of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Hey,
oh yeah?
It's
like
crazy, man.
Completely unaware of it, and they were losing their minds.
I think I figured that out like a year or two ago, and I lost my mind too.
You know, I don't think... wait, hold on. Rock Band game? Are the Rock Band games? I'm in the meets right now. There is iOS. Oh, Rock Band Reloaded DLC. It's all here. Oh, damn. Fuck yeah. Oh, it's over, man. Oh, I gotta get all of it.
All right, shout out to your local Arby's.
Yeah, I think
we love Arby's.
I think Scott helped get these way back in the day. So Scott he's
the owner, kind of the Arby's. Well, technically the owner is somebody else, but he's definitely a manager. Maybe a senior manager, we'll say. He's been managing for a long time.
How about we say like this? In terms of preservation, Scott helped a lot to preserve.
Yes.
I won't say preservate.
Preservate.
We're making new words, man. But yeah, preservation important. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of preservation is important, there's been a few changes to festival songs that I believe have been preserved, namely "Flickering Flame."
We gotta talk about that.
Upon launch of Pro Instrument Mode, the Flickering Flame on lead had a green, yellow, orange chord that was silently changed. Probably hotfixed. Don't really know when exactly, but it's no longer there. I think it's a green, yellow, blue.
Yep, it's a green, yellow, blue.
Yeah, they changed it. But I believe somebody already grabbed that MIDI from the first change.
Oh yeah,
backed up.
Yeah. I think they scraped it day one.
That's preserved.
So we have the original, the OG chart, and I've seen the OG chart. So
yeah.
Jason
did too.
That's what kind of sits sour with me because it's like
Yeah, I think
why take it out?
not,
like that's a whole thing. And if I'm being
we're
honest,
not,
man, if I'm
we're
being
not
honest, man,
fans.
it's like, yeah, I'm not a fan of that being changed. But
And also, I'm not a fan.
Back.
I'm not a fan. Epic, if you're listening, none of us are a fan of silent changes. We think that if you're gonna change the game that we're playing, like, I don't care how small it is, like, tell us. Like, you gotta understand that people are going, like, granted, this change didn't change the score because it's still a 3-note chord. However,
same note,
it's still
also.
I feel like we should still know. I feel like we should still know.
Yeah,
That's
so
all.
I had to find out through J-Nack's tweet that whammy changes the pitch in this
I didn't say anything.
I didn't know either. I haven't been whamming because there's no point to it, and now it changes the pitch, and it sounds really bad.
What do you mean?
And now it's really bad.
Shut up. It gives
no. Yeah, it
gives points.
Everybody start whamming. It gives you more points. Yeah, it's true.
Gives you more
so
points.
many fucking points. It's insane.
I just downloaded all the Rock Band Reloaded DLC. There's so much shit in here. There is so much. They have the re-records of the Third Eye Blind shit in here. Like, why is this DLC?
It must have been worth their time to put those out. The people, they must have sold. Like, people were definitely buying them.
Rock Band Reloaded is a good game. That's probably the best Rock Band mobile game.
I loved that
by
game.
far. Yeah,
it was awesome.
But yeah, I don't change the charts on us unless it's like really a very much needed change.
Yeah, and this was unnecessary.
Fix like the broken hopos and that type of stuff, which evidently they fixed the hammer-ons for Carry On Wayward Son on PC, but Xbox players are still having issues with hammer-ons on Carry On Wayward Son.
Yeah.
I had 2 Xbox players, Cape Strawberry and Chris Body, were both telling me that the hammer-ons are still fucked on Pro Lead on Carry On Wayward Son. But on PC,
we are talking about the part that's in the organ solo after the yellow oranges to the red.
Wait a second, that actually makes sense.
Also, verse 1, after the first yellow-blue. Yeah, the first yellow-blue chord, hammer-on chord, and then the red hammer-on after is still broken.
I've never had
Hold on, this actually might make sense for a second. If I'm just trying to logic through it in my brain. Can they deploy hotfixes on PC that would change something like that? Like an engine, but would that require a patch on console? Because if that's the case, patches on console do take a lot more to get through because that requires authorization by Sony, Microsoft, etc. Whereas with PC, they would just have access just to do it. So maybe there's a reason like that actually might make sense.
It hasn't.
I don't know the internal differences between a hotfix and a patch. Like in terms of how Microsoft and Sony would have to do that. Theoretically, you would have to get hotfixes approved too, right?
I think so. I don't know.
They had the hotfix Believer. They had the hotfix Imagine Dragons Believer. Because
but that could also have been just something in the chart, which they could have changed on the backside. If it's engine logic, they're probably going to have to be changing actual code, right?
You might be right. You might be right.
Jason, I think it's chart related because remember we hopped into that call this past Friday to go see if it was like working. And I was like, oh, Carry On Wayward Son feels fine, but I'm going to go try Cradles now. Cradles was still fucked. The Orange Hopo after the solo and When I Come Around, still fucked. So it may be a chart-related thing, but why only push it to PC if that's the case?
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Very, very odd. Somebody didn't approve a hotfix over on the console side. Potentially. I haven't tried on PS5. I
have all the consoles and PC. I'll do an independent study after this is done. I'll play Carry On Wayward Son on PC and then on my Xbox and on PlayStation.
Here's the rundown that we need to do. We need to try Riffmaster on PC, Sandtroller on PC. That's what I have tried and it has worked for me. But people are welcome to try even more. PC and Sandtroller and Riffmaster work fine. We need to figure out Sandtroller on Xbox and Riffmaster on Xbox. Rock Band 4, what if it's controller sided? Can you imagine? That would be a disaster.
No, it can't be. It just can't be.
No way.
I refuse to believe that.
Say it can't be, but
it can't be. It can't be. It's not your controller's fault. It's the game.
But we gotta try all the controller types on Xbox. We gotta try the controller types on PC. Sorry,
I would say controller types
conversation that we're having.
Official versus modded. I think that's the only change.
Yeah,
we don't have to do a PDP Jaguar. We don't have to do a fucking
by the time this video releases. We will know the answer by the time this video releases.
As
Sorry
always.
for having a real time.
As always.
My bad. But this goes to show, like, this is the type of thing that we had to keep track of so that we can give them feedback and make sure that this shit doesn't happen. Like, make sure this shit doesn't happen in the future. Because while I love the Carry On Wayward Son chart, I wasn't impressed with how much I had to finagle.
It's very frustrating to go for an FC. Like, and dude, not to mention what happened to Chris Body, by the way. Like, he got the FC in the end.
That clip.
Yeah, that clip is bad. The game just lags, just freezes.
He got fucking media streaming errored, which isn't a problem that has not come back until yesterday.
Yep.
Xbox is working just fine. Apparently, up until yesterday, people were getting media streaming errors. A couple of people in my Discord were telling me, and then that Chris Body clip is legendary. Legendary.
I got the link for it here.
There's also the Acai clip. Shout out to Darkly. The NF. Where'd the beat go? And then it freezes immediately.
Yeah,
that's
a good one. That's a good one.
Been drowning self-hatred, forget what I'm saying. Where'd the beat go?
Where'd the beat go?
Literally, I thought that was just. That is the only time that ever could have worked in the entire song, and it hit at the exact perfect time for the game to glitch like that. But I thought that was fake at first viewing because it's too perfect,
too good.
It reminded me so much of the Ninja Backshots clip or the rail from behind clip. And then Ninja's just like, after it killed me.
Two things we need right now, I feel like, badly in regards to this for festival. One, the way that we could actually try this stuff a lot easier, practice mode. That would be amazing.
Practice mode, please. We need that.
I think if practice mode will exist, it is going to soften the blow so much for people for when there is harder stuff into the game. And I know there's going to be harder stuff in the game because they're making us play test this instrument mode. Essentially, they're literally
we're basically play testers. That's a good point.
I agree with that.
Hey, Pro Drums doesn't exist in the game yet, but the charts are there.
Charts are there. We saw killing in the name. Yeah, killing in the name is crazy.
I have an.
Let me get the second thing in here real quick before I forget it and we lose it. The second thing I really want to see in festival is an FC indicator on the set list. All right, and then maybe a way to see the bank of songs in game, even if you don't own it, so that you could see the FCs you had, even if you didn't own the song.
Yeah, because that's a good point.
Achievements.
Yeah, like what if you FC a song?
Really, what that would be?
You know?
Yeah, exactly. You would never be able to go back and like check the leaderboards for it even.
Yeah.
That's it.
What
right?
they really need to do is add more filtering options, right? Because the filtering options right now are sorely lacking. You can only sort by like A to Z or Z to A or something like that.
You can't even sort by artist or owned.
No.
You can't even sort by owned right now.
But if there could even be like a small toggle, like show only owned songs or show all songs, and then it'd just be the grayed out ones. That'd be ideal. I hope there's more filtering options being added soon.
Hey, also real quick, the other reason I want an FC indicator because my first FC of Carry On Wayward Son, I had a bug happen. And I have still legitimately no way to explain it and no way to prove that I got the FC because I was not recording, which sucks. It shows flawless on my set list, but it does not on the leaderboard because it shows me overstrumming, even though I had 0 overstrums on my clip.
Yeah.
What's like that? I don't understand. It's very, very odd. So there's still something weird about the game where it's not actually communicating to the server what's happening. And I've seen it happen to other people who've said, I actually did overstrum in a song. I've not seen my case for anybody else yet. And I'm looking forward to getting a clip of that to go, no, really, this is a thing.
Yeah, and the only way you can do that is if you record everything or stream everything. Yeah, it sounds similar to that type thing because from season 1, there was that desync issue where you would just miss a note out of nowhere, but you didn't actually miss that note because you can see the background of the highway that was still doing that sort of thing that only shows when you have a combo was still there even after you missed a note that looked like you should have hit because you actually did hit. The server knows that you hit it, but locally it shows that you missed.
And that's the strangest feeling in the world to take that screenshot and get so excited about to post it and then look at it and then go, why is my longest streak missing?
Yeah, like 0 missed notes. However, the streak and no strikes, but the longest streak is not equal to the amount of notes.
Yeah,
that's fucked.
And and I timed it. I went back and looked like at the song. I was like, okay, 700 notes. That's going to be in the solo. Something in the solo made it go, no, you didn't. You broke combo.
Got to be one of those.
It still shows
hopos,
0 strikes,
man. One of those hopos.
I wonder if it's like, I wonder if that coincides with that red hopo after the yellow oranges, like because you strummed him. I'm assuming.
I strummed the regular the reds.
That makes the most sense to me.
I want to load it up.
That makes the most sense to me. Somehow, like that interpreted that strum of a hopo as an overstrum somehow, but like not fully.
Yeah,
maybe. Like that's again. I have no clue. I have no clue. I have no way to explain it.
That's got to be around 700 notes in.
I mean, that's the thing. It makes the most sense. Halfway in the song.
I'm doing my research.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I have yet to load up my riff master on my PS5, so now
you got a thing to do.
Time to go in.
Yeah, I guess that'd be a thing to do too. Is for a feature request would be a note streak pop up or something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
All on Guitar Hero 3 pop up, or an actual counter.
What would be so cool is if they did what JNAC did with JNAC and Scott did with Rock Band 3 Deluxe, the note streak counter, because that's actually in the game in Rock Band 3 for a challenge. What is it? It's like a base challenge or a streak challenge or something like that.
Yeah.
X amount of notes streaked, and basically they took that feature, rewrote it to just be like, hey, this is your note.
It's always showing for every song in every mode.
I would like that in Festival some way, somehow. And it looks like they really want to go with, hey, there's a lot of UI elements out of the way. We already have this fucking board in front of the screen. We don't need to have any more elements on here, which is understandable.
You don't want to get too cluttered.
But it's just a number. It's just a number counter. That's it.
I mean, you could even make an option. You know, kind of how you can like choose to show or hide like your FPS counter or your network telemetry.
Yeah, that's true.
They could add something like that to show advanced stats, real-time advanced stats, so I could see how many perfects or how many goods in real time or my note streak.
Yeah, like the debug shit, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you get that shit working, Jason? Weren't you able to see all that stuff? And did they have like a note counter?
Yeah, they sure did. They showed you exactly.
Yep,
in fact,
all that stuff is working in the background. Yeah.
On debug, every single note. Oh my god, that's the way to do it. Use debug for the fucking carry-on. It'll show you the numbers of the notes. It'll show you exactly which note 700 is. There you go. That's it.
And I kind of want to just play with those on. Are we allowed to play with those on?
Yes, I've done it on stream.
How do we even enable that shit?
Here you go. Anybody that wants to do this, if you're on PC, you can enable debug mode on Fortnite Festival by opening Fortnite's INI file, scrolling down to debug mode enabled. It'll say equals false. Just turn that to equals true, save the INI, close it, relaunch Fortnite. The next time you load into Fortnite Festival, you'll be in debug mode. What that will do, it'll give you all extra stats on the left side of the screen, shows you exactly how many milliseconds you are off from every single note you play. So if you record it, you can actually lock in your calibration. And at the very end of the song, it'll give you a histogram breakdown of every note you played, which is incredible.
That's so cool.
We need to just have it available in general. Like, it's already there.
There should just be options. Yeah. It should just be options.
Advanced stats, real-time advanced stats.
Yeah.
Call it that. That's what I want.
They have that like histogram like in the Victory Royale screen when you win a game in BR. So it's like, hey, it probably already exists because, well, that's the fucking engine that it's based off of.
Yeah.
Right? So they're working with source tools, and it's just, okay, we're gonna make it work this way because it's a Rock Band game now. Like,
here we go. I just I knew I'd posted something in our Discord here about this.
But that's excellent. That's excellent.
But, that one. There we go. There's the shot of the histogram. That was my first time using debug. And I had not locked in my calibration there. I had not, but I was in the process of figuring out what my best calibration was, and debug mode really helped. That's amazing, being able to see exactly how off you are on every single note you play. That's good.
Now, people were talking. Now people understand like the coyote time thing. So that's what I was trying to articulate. I had a brain freeze, but people are understanding now, and it's kind of like 50-50. People have either gotten used to it after this update. People were saying like, "Oh, I swear it feels better." Now I feel like you're getting used to it.
I agree.
I feel very much like nothing has changed in terms of hit timing. Like, just for me, at least on PC. Some people are saying that it feels better for them, but I don't know. I played Rock Band 4 after this later update, and I was just like, yeah, it needs to have this level of fret strum leniency.
Yes.
Because Rock Band 4, it doesn't have a lot of fret strumming leniency. It's like kind of like Rock Band 3, maybe a tiny bit.
But it's enough to make a noticeable difference.
To make a noticeable difference. like I said on Twitter, the Green Day songs are miserable to play.
Yes.
On Pro Lead. I don't like playing Welcome to Paradise. It's terrible on guitar.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
It's worse on descending. Like if you're like
Yes.
Welcome to Paradise when it goes going down, it seems worse for me.
I don't know. For me, it's going from the single note to the chord because it's like that's why I was having trouble with Killing in the Name, and like that's just me. And so
you can't alt strum that. You can't alt strum that shit, man. It doesn't work. Can't alt strum.
Me and Jason, we had to downstrum it. But
I downstrummed the whole thing.
You probably were playing it very comfortably because you get used to the engines really quick. But like when it comes to like like I had to downstrum that because strumming before forming was happening.
That reminds me, I was gonna upload that video today. Thank you for reminding me in real time.
Yeah, dude, that breed video is crazy.
Congrats on your breed first place.
Thank you. Thank you.
When I was talking to you earlier about people getting into squeezing, and you're like, it doesn't feel right because there's like no whammy and it's all gonna change. But now it's good to see you fucking 180'd and you spent 2 hours playing a song.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When this mode first came out, I was like, but squeezing still isn't there yet, right? Because the whammy's not there, so it's just kind of like a neutered version.
Yeah, a song came out that don't need whammy.
I've come around. There are a few songs that don't even need whammy, so it doesn't matter because I mean any pathing you do right now will have to be changed whenever they add overdrive whammy.
Right now,
hopefully,
seeing people get into just like score chasing even a little bit, even if it's just a little bit interesting to them, that's awesome. This
is a good training wheels type deal.
It's been cool to see all the names on the leaderboards and stuff, and like names you never heard, like people just getting into this. I think that's awesome. Like new players,
hell yeah,
old players coming back to try Fortnite, and like, look, pro mode is not perfect. It has a lot of issues that I don't even enjoy playing it casually that much because like I'm not a score chaser, right? Like I'm good at the game, but like I'm more of a casual player. Like I don't go for FCs, and so for me it's like Jason and I played You Don't Know Me, and I was like,
oh my god,
I was like, I never want to play this game again. Like I was getting so mad.
I don't want to talk about how many times that took me to get.
Yeah,
I played the first half of the song and I quit.
Yeah, it's not fun, man. It's not fun.
Because you don't know me. I only heard rumblings about how hard it is with this current engine. I was like, it couldn't be that bad, right? And then I played it.
What you have to do, man, you can't stop and start strumming. You have to like start some shit on up strums. It's insane. Or if you're not gonna do that, you have to do like double down strums for it to make sense. So you have to
that's worse.
You
do some weird accents. Don't even go for perfects. Just like start accenting it because you can do like because there's a lot of doublets, right? It's like
I had to turn my brain entirely off and focus.
I did too. I was 100% in.
Sense. That what I just said didn't make any sense, but it makes complete sense, right? You had to turn.
Was that your final FC, Jason?
It was. Yeah, that was
That's how bad it is, man. That's how bad it is.
The hardest FC in the game, some may say.
Yeah.
I would legitimately put You Don't Know Me as the hardest FC on Pro right now. I am not even kidding.
And if you put it in Rock Band 4, it's not that bad.
No. But there is a reason why if you go to the leaderboards, as of yesterday, before Body got it, there was 4. Body's the 5th person in the world.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's only a small handful of people. I looked at the leaderboards after I played the first half of the song before quitting.
There's 5.
Chris also, he's been doing the full setlist FC by banking on, well, he's got the help of buddies that own songs, but also banking on Phil lobbies having songs.
Which is incredible.
Which is crazy. That's a crazy kind of dedication.
It's a scrappy little man he is. On Xbox One, nonetheless, like a launch edition Xbox One, I think.
I believe he plays on a VCR.
This is when you need to give some kudos to the first evers. Body was the first person ever to get the full game, full combo on Pro Base. And then my co-host, Mr. Acai here, with the first ever full game, full combo on Pro Lead as well.
Including Cantina Band.
I needed help getting whatchamacallit? Street
Sewers.
Yeah.
Which is a fun chart. I actually like that lead chart. That was fun.
It's better on Pro. It is, for sure.
Triplet strumming was very fun. That being said, I think the hardest song so far that's giving me so much trouble was fucking Killing in the Name. That shit sucked with the current engine.
Yeah.
I couldn't lock it in.
It's rough.
Killing and You Don't Know Me were the two that I got the full game, full combo, 3 days after Alec? And that was all because of You Don't Know Me.
And also March of the Pigs kind of threw me off a bit. That strumming was awkward as hell. And the encore bit.
Yeah.
It's a weird
the start.
A weird, yeah. I know it starts and ends on a downstrum, but the rhythm is just so odd. It's like
I liked it. That was fun to me.
Yeah, I played it and I was like, this is fucking weird. I feel like I'm gonna miss, but I know I'm not gonna miss. I don't know. I got in my head pretty deep with that song, but it only took me like 2 tries. But
it's easy to get into your head on festival.
Yeah, because I got like the same amount of weirdness playing that part as I did playing You Don't Know Me. That chart is ridiculous. It really is. But I managed
you don't know me, it never lets up. That's the problem.
I managed to sight read FC that shit.
It lets up for breaks. There's like breaks within the song, but not when you're actually playing notes.
But it's not like it's not very long.
That's the other thing that sucks about grinding it. There's I think a 13 or 14 measure break at the very start before you even get to a note. So if you're reloading it, you have to wait
a long ass time.
Where's the restart button?
Yeah, actually, and then you have to back out to the lobby, and then you have to go back into the song select. You have to select it, and then it starts with a Y, so you have to scroll all the way down.
It's been almost 6 months. Harmonix and Epic. Where's the reset button?
No for real, we want that back. This really slows us down. If you miss once and you go for an FC, a minute is gone.
Even the casual players are mad about it. It's like, come on, guys.
Did we talk about the restart button last week? Probably.
I don't remember.
No, I don't think we did at all.
Yeah, because like I was saying, the running theory is that this is made in UEFN. This mode is made in UEFN. That's the running theory. So if that's the case, it being heavily scuffed and very modified off of Fortnite's existing engine, restarting a stream probably causes many issues. As it being a fully online experience, right? I don't know, but I think them not having the restart button for band mode makes a bit of sense.
For band mode, sure, yeah.
Sure, so one person doesn't troll.
It's broken to this day on Rock Band 4. Like, you go into a song, you come out of the loading screen, out of the song selecting process, you still have to restart like once or twice so that everybody's synced up.
Yeah,
everybody's synced up.
That's why I see so many restarts in full band FCs in Rock Band 4.
FC videos, they always start with a restart because of desync and potential notes getting dropped, like the engine not working properly.
I didn't even know the lore behind that.
So
I just
curious about what.
No,
it's not just because it's just like, hey, this is a precaution because the game might fuck out on somebody.
It's known to do that. No. But with the restart button, I guess my message to Epic and Harmonix, like, guys, like, if you're having a hard time adding it, like, you should probably tell people, like, hey, guys, we're struggling to get it working correctly. We're trying our best. Like, this is just an error communication
don't say
thing.
That. Don't say, hey,
we're
trying, but we can't. You guys say, like, yeah, you know, we hear that you want the restart button. We're working on it. Just that.
Yeah, at least say that.
Yeah.
You know?
Or if you're not working on it, just say that, yeah, there is limitations in the game that we cannot overcome.
Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like, give it like a professional kind of business way. I just think that, like, it just comes down to communication again. Like, you know, silently changing stuff on charts without telling people, updating whammy effects, and they sound horrible. Like,
really bad.
we like your game, but we just wish that you would say, like,
it does exist.
I don't know, man. Like, I think that I don't know.
I will, if Metallica happens, if it does, then we need a restart button. Because I'm not restarting Dyer's Eve 5 minutes in by going back.
Or like Blackened or fucking, you know.
Master of Puppets. Surely Master of Puppets will be there, right? If Metallica's in there, because it's already the emote. It's already the emote.
Yeah.
I'm not restarting that shit after I missed it. What is it? They had these weird ass names for the sections in Guitar Hero Metallica. I don't remember them. I missed a strum to form in that San Francisco Bridge section. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I strum before forming. Fuck. Whoops. I really hope it's fixed by then. If we get Metallica in the game, they better fix that.
Well, they're going to be the hardest songs in the game, so, like, I mean, it kind of
absolutely
has to be
will
fixed.
be.
Yeah, people are going to be real upset if they're not fixed.
Imagine the tapping on 1 right now.
Oh my god, man!
Don't even mention 1. Don't even mention 1. Actually, it would feel nice. It would feel really good because hopos in this game are great. Static.
What if they just pulled a Highway to Oblivion? It's like, can we get away with this? Oh shit, they're gonna let us get away.
Shut the fuck up!
No.
Shut the fuck up!
I think Rhythm Authors has learned their lesson. I think they've learned their lesson.
I was gonna say if they want some pointers, Gammo charted fast solo A note for note, and F seated on GH80s.
in the most accurate way possible.
Ganon Metroid has an old chart of Operation Ground the Pound, extremely accurate edition. I don't know if he ever released it, but
I remember that video though.
It's hilarious. I think he did 1 too. He never released it.
I hate you for even thinking about 1, but Highway to Oblivion style. In Fortnite Festival.
no.
That will haunt me in my dreams.
Camo. It was 3-van.
Oh, it's 3-van?
Oh boy, let's take a look at this shit.
Gamo FC'd it.
Dear God.
Oh my God, the download is still up.
13 years ago on a Mediafire. Holy fuck. All right, download that immediately.
I have this shit on Yarg.
Oh no, that chart's disgusting.
I want to die.
To like half speed.
I crave death.
This sucks.
That would so suck.
Man, Kirk is such a great guitarist. I couldn't do this on Guitar Hero.
I didn't see Fast Solo B. I forgot about this.
Well, that's the thing is like Kirk's trying to play as fast as he possibly can, which means he's not going to play it completely correct.
No, I'm just joking. That was 100% a joke.
Man, this is some ass cheeks. Yeah, 2010. Want Lore Hero? Here's Lore. Here's Lore right here. This is
JP, he slows it down to half speed later on, 25 seconds in.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, it does. Oh, dude, this sucks.
If we do get Metallica, this has to happen, man. This has
to.
Not the charting. Not the charting.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Charting a song.
I hope it does the charting like this, because then I'll have something really fun to do.
Shut up.
I was gonna say there's this feedback video. Feedback had a port for PSP.
Yes, it did.
You have a modded PSP. You can get it running on there, and that's why I want to say that's why there's playing functionality in feedback, because you want to be able to play it on PSP, because you can chart on PSP if you really want to. I don't know how old that version of feedback is, but it's kind of insane. But I remember getting it working on my PSP when I was a kid, and I was like, this is so cool.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Can we give a quick shout out real quick to Rosie for sitting still for the past hour and 20 minutes?
Oh,
just sitting there with the drums.
Wow.
It's impressive.
She is she's been drumming, and then I let her have her iPad to watch
iPad, there you go.
Yeah. She's got iPad educational videos going, so she's
there
chilling.
Let's go.
That's all of her iPad time today. We're gonna go. I don't know if it's nice outside, but if it's
beautiful
nice
here today.
It's not nice.
I'm gonna go outside right now.
It's gonna rain all week here.
Probably gonna go to the PARK or
nice.
JUMP on her.
Oh my God.
TRAMPOLINE.
Yeah,
I can't say it out loud.
It's like it's like not saying the word treats around your cat or dog. Or saying
oh yeah.
around
Oh
your
my
dog.
God. Or go for a WALK.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah.
That's my pup right there. I get that. Yeah, I can't say the word.
Yeah.
You can't say it. She goes crazy.
Oh, I have noticed, actually, I can't say if I'm going to start streaming or anything like that I'm going to work, because it sounds too close to walk.
Oh.
I'll say work, and then my dog will go,
huh?
We go on work now.
Let's go.
We go on work.
Work.
Go for a quick work. That's funny.
Oh my God.
But yeah, we could probably call it here if you want. We can let
Rosie
go to the
Kendrick versus Drake.
We got to talk about the beef of the century, of the millennium.
I gotta actually listen to it.
By the time this episode drops, there'll be 3 more diss tracks. Dude.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
He's
for
on
sure.
a run right now. He's on a generational run. If he's dropping again today, it'll be after we're done recording.
Oh yeah.
I am so ready. I have listened to that on a repeat. They not like us.
Well, today is a Sunday, and Kendrick is a very religious man. Can't work on Sundays, but Monday.
But he did say, if God's watching, he's got to hide the Bible, so he can still drop today.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, he dropped twice in one day the other day, so I mean, there's no rules here.
Yeah.
And apparently Drake is on vacation now.
Bro, he said he's got like 5 more tracks.
He said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus
5.
He's implying he has 10.
Sheesh. He's got more. He's dropping a whole album about hating Drake.
Can you imagine an actual compilation album of all these disses into one actual album?
He's already working for an extended playoff of this shit, man. It will be a whole album of Kendrick.
We're in AP territory.
This is incredible.
I never get to dive into this stuff, and this makes me so happy. Oh, I love it.
Literally in control of his own narrative right now, man. It's just like, okay, the real thing is like, is there receipts? Got to show the proof.
Yep.
But then one guy says you're beating your wife, and then you just full on say you're a pedophile. That's crazy.
I don't know. You might have there have been so many good tweets.
You might have to censor that for YouTube so we don't get.
Just say PDF files.
Yeah.
But for that first drop, you might have to mute that or edit that.
We'll see.
Hey, so here's it for me, right? Like with the Kendrick Drake stuff. Oh God, my ADHD train just went off the tracks. Literally, my brain just went right out. Oh my God, I literally
there's too much to consider.
Get back to me.
Yeah, no, I mean,
he's taking a break.
Dude, at this point, Drake has to kill this guy. He has to. He has to kill him. He can't.
My brain went.
He can't make another Instagram story. He has to kill him if this is true, right? You have to. I don't know what to say, man.
No, my brain went blank like Drake's when he heard "Not Like Us."
Oh,
Jesus Christ! Here's the proof that I was going to say. There we go. I just train came back around.
Sure.
Here's how a little bit of truth to that potential of what Kendrick's saying too, right? The CD cover art for Meet the Grams had the prescription bottles on it. Mm-hmm. It's officially on streaming platforms now, and that picture's gone because you can't put like legit medical information on like a public album cover.
Oh, that's so right.
Yeah.
So there's potential that there was actually some truth to that just because he had to pull the photo for the official release.
Yeah.
So or he's playing it safe just because. Yeah.
Don't know.
Because the story behind that is that Kendrick has a person in Drake's camp leaking all this information to him, and then people are trying to spin it around, be like, "Oh, Drake's got a double agent, bro." But like, once again, get the receipts.
Yeah, he's just lying to him. Oh, he took the bait that I have a daughter. How ridiculous! Now I know exactly who's talking because I know I'm giving him the false information. He looks like a fool, you know.
But hey, man, you're gonna address the whole the very serious allegations about there being sex trafficking in your camp.
Yeah, and then Drake's response on Instagram was like, "Ha, I don't have a daughter."
Right,
it's like, wait a second though. There's a lot more things being discussed here. Can you can you address the pedophile allegations, PDF file allegations?
You missed something, man. So then Drake like says that. And then Kendrick is just like, all right, I'm taking the gloves off with DJ Mustard, mind you.
Yeah.
Making club bangers. But then on that beat. Making a club banger with one-liners saying A minor.
Dude, that guy
that is the best line of the year. He's trying to strike a chord, but what is it? I don't remember.
Probably A minor.
Probably A minor.
I saw that on Twitter. I did see that.
And if you don't know, like, this is how culturally impactful this is, man. It's just Kendrick is that dude, Drake is that dude, and they're going like this right now in public, in front of everybody. Kendrick already has aired out all of his insecurities and all that stuff in Mr. Morale.
Yes, that's what he brought that up on his own terms about his own cheating and stuff,
and all that stuff, his trauma and everything.
Yeah,
everything in that album. So he has
very
nothing
open about
of his.
That.
He has almost nothing of his character to lose, while Drake still is, he doesn't air out. He is insecure. He very much is, but he does not get to that same level of, hey guys, I have something seriously wrong with me, like Mr. Morale. So Drake is just in that hot seat, and I think Kendrick doing that is just crazy.
There's a difference. Like, okay, it's hard to compare the public hip hop beef to what we do, but if you can try a little bit. Like, I
put up the Randy picture.
Oh yeah.
It's
like the Randy the beef is so good.
Kill yourself, Alec.
Okay, hold on though. We all have our own insecurities, right? But we all try to address them. Therapy. We've done what are things to better ourselves, right? And that's kind of like what Kendrick's saying right there. Like, bruh, I've done this. We have Mr. Morale here. We got to make hope for the future generations.
Like, yes,
what are you doing?
Yeah, I did cheat on my wife. I do have daddy issues. Yada, yada, yada.
I'm not trying to sweep it under the rug.
I'm not sweeping it under the rug. Where's Drake doing that? He doesn't.
I'm addressing it and trying to become a better man. You're just hiding it.
Bro, that relates to me as somebody who I've literally had my own bullshit that I've gone through, and I've been very open about that, right? I've been in therapy for a long ass time, and I feel like I'm a much better individual now than I was when I first started content creation, where I feel like I was a little bit more almost enamored by the attention and the love. And I see that side and the things that it brings, and I didn't want that, right? And I stepped back, and I've been really just almost flying under the radar, taking care of myself while surviving, right? And I can relate. I feel that, dude. Like, you gotta better yourself. And if you just try to go to the limelight and just keep going for that, how much of you is really there? What's under those achievements? Like Kendrick said, right? That's impactful.
And then I also understand, like, people who are content creators that just like don't have their real parts of them like shining through. It's like, I'm here to make the content and all that stuff. Like that's really it. I can flip a switch to making content, and that's kind of like what we aspire to try and be, right? We want to just have a good time, make some good stuff, make you guys laugh, be informative, and let you guys know about shit. And because most of the time it's like, oh man, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. I don't care what you're going through. Make some sick stuff, man. All that, like Earl Sweatshirt talked about that. I think about that a lot too.
But at the same time, you still do have to be your authentic self.
Exactly.
If you want to, you could be playing a character. I mean, Dr. Disrespect plays a character, and it just worked pretty well for him. But I think for most people, Dr. Dickhead, I think most people would be better to just be themselves. Mostly, maybe a slightly altered version of themselves. The best version of themselves on stream or in any sort of public capacity.
That's how I feel. Really, that's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, if you're always playing a character, that would wear on you. Not being yourself, and I feel like, I don't know. I'm just coming in from what my own perspective.
And I think that's what Kendrick is doing to Drake right now, is like making him question who he really is. Literally talking to his parents in a song saying, "Hey, yo, your son should die."
That was insane.
He's like basically a spoken word letter to his mom and his dad. It's like, yo, you raised a horrible fucking person. It's like, whoa.
I think you should die.
Things aside about there being a daughter or not a secret daughter, he's just speaking directly to his parents, being like, yo, your son,
you fucked up. Your son is a master manipulator.
That's crazy.
You raised a horrible person.
But how is he gonna let? Yeah.
The fact that he later on says women in the world would basically, I'm paraphrasing, would be better off if you weren't here.
Yep.
If you were dead.
Like, come on.
I saw this Jordan Yule tweet not that long ago. I thought that was hilarious. Like, Drake, oopsie, this might not be PG. And Kendrick, I want you dead.
There's a Key and Peele skit where it's just
it's the first reply. It's the very first reply to that tweet. Here it is.
Yeah, man. And it's like the whole like wrestling bumps, and then you got Keegan-Michael Key, and he's just he's being, the God has sent me to kill this man, or like whatever.
Hey,
he will beg for mercy.
And he's like, I'm gonna beat him up. Wait, what'd he say?
I know I'm the resident wrestling nerd here, so I gotta throw this one in here because hey, I love a good wrestling bar. Kendrick saying sweet chin music won't pass the aux, saying he's gonna keep the music coming, but referencing Shawn Michaels, who's one of his most famous storylines, was beefing with a Canadian. I just want to throw that out there.
There's so many layers.
There's so many layers. You know what? Another layer was found today. Season 6, episode 16 of Family Matters is about them not letting their daughter go to a concert because there's creepy men.
You have to shut the fuck up. There's no possible way. There's no way.
No.
Damn.
Yo.
That weaves in Drake's song "Family Matters" into the follow up to that 616 by Kendrick. That's so fucked up.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Here's a Reddit post that I saw about
it. Okay, let's be fair though. The people on r/Kendrick Lamar are certified insane people.
They are insane.
Like,
they are
remember
absolutely
Nation?
Insane.
You remember Nation? What? Oh yeah, dude. Damn just dropped. Wait, 2 more days. Nation's coming out. Secret second album. Damn Nation. Never happened. There's no Nation. Kendrick Lamar Reddit is certified insane people that are huffing the most amount of hopium ever. But this actually might have some legs.
This is just so funny because like there's so many things that line up with 6/16, Canadian Father's Day, Drake's birthday. You know,
you're kidding. All these?
Not Tupac's. Tupac's birthday. My bad.
Tupac's birthday. Tupac's birthday.
I know Drake but being
Canadian Father's Day though.
Canadian Father's Day is insane. And yeah, there's so much to that 6/16.
Freaking quintuple entendre bullshit.
People are just like trying to dig and make something out of it to make Kendrick look better, and I just think that's so funny. People being like fake deep because of all the things that Kendrick say is really funny. Like,
Kendrick's already deep enough, man. You don't need to try to.
No, you don't need to go deeper for him. But maybe he does know. Maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. That's just funny to me. If that's Family Matters, episode 16, season 6.
You have to be the most brain-rotted individual to start looking into this shit and find something like that. It's like, you know, let's look into Family Matters.
Like, hey,
what was season 16 about? What does 6 to 16 really even mean? Could it mean the time of day? Could it mean the year? Could it mean the episode of Family Matters? Like, what?
You know, the title of the song is a play on, you know, Drake's timestamp series. You know, he does like the whole like 2 a.m. in Toronto bit, and he's just you talking.
I mean, there's that angle too.
You know?
God damn, bro.
So layers. It's just layers, and I think it's so funny.
I never knew about Drake apparently sleeping with Lil Wayne's girl while he was in prison.
Allegedly.
There's a thing. There's news articles that Wayne punched him in the face 10 years ago after he got out of jail, and now we know why.
Okay, and now Drake has a tattoo of Lil Wayne's face on him for apologies, supposedly.
Bro. Well,
I live for this shit. I'm not really even into the hip hop scene much nowadays, but I was a big Kendrick Lamar fan.
Yeah, I only learned all this because you guys started talking about it. Like, I haven't followed it at all.
Yeah, no, like I've been following Kendrick since Good Kid, Mad City, and I think just being immersed into just surface level hip hop culture since high school was like
this is one of the best albums of all time. I will say it. I am a white boy, and I'm saying it. This is very stereotypical white boys likened to Pimp a Butterfly. It is a great album. Love it. Big fan.
Hey, I'm white as. I can't hide how white I am. Hip hop was my first music I loved, and I talk about that on stream quite often. Right, like that was what got me into music before rock even did. Right, just because it got me nodding my head. And I've always appreciated the culture. I can't speak to it because fuck, I'm white as hell. But I still appreciate, and I will watch on, and I will enjoy. Right, like it's what I can do.
But yeah, this whole beef is a cultural phenomenon because
it really is. This is a generational.
It's kind of a clash of people who are like, oh, I like this art. I like this art because it makes me think, and it's deep, and it's not too deep that it's corny. Versus, this is basic bitch music, and it's like a collide of those two cultures in real time. Those are the two biggest fans of hip hop.
The conscious side and the club banger side,
and then the club banger side. It's like people listen to Drake because he's safe and he has hits.
Safe.
He's safe.
Yeah. His music might be safe. Himself though, the person Drake,
keep your kids away.
Yeah. I had never seen the video of him on stage with the 17-year-old.
I saw that too.
I had never seen that.
Legendarily bad. I remember seeing that on Reddit years ago, and I was like, oh
no,
that's not good.
And at that point, I was just like, maybe someone's up with Drake, and then the whole Millie Bobby Brown thing and how they text each other all the time, and people were like, oh,
that was always sus.
You know, that was always sus. To this day, it's sus, man. And people were just in the comments going like, "Oh, as a former child star, texting Millie Bobby Brown as a 30-year-old man, sharing experience and stuff like that. It's still sus, man. I don't know. That's crazy to me." And now it's a full blown out Kendrick going scorched earth on this bitch, and he's continuing. And we're gonna see if he's gonna drop again today.
Did you see this old tweet from Drake from 2009?
If Amazing was a young bitch, I'd be.
He quotes himself. That's a Drake quote. If Amazing was a young bitch, I'd be going to jail because I'm fucking amazing. Me. Drake said that.
Honestly, bro, he's got to address this shit. I don't know about this, man. He's got to address the strike.
Yeah, what was he doing there? What was he cooking with that?
Silly. Why did he sign off on this? Come on.
Oh no.
Why did he sign off on that?
No. Drake is going to end up standing for what? Don't rap against Kendrick ever. Shit, dude.
I think it's pretty clear who is the king of hip hop nowadays.
I was going to say, like, J. Cole, he said something, and then he was like, I'm sorry, I'm going to step out of this. He's sleeping.
Made the right
call.
Smart man. Good at night. I like to think that Kendrick pulled him to the side and be like, hey, bro, it's all good. Don't come to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's all good, bro. Just don't go to school tomorrow. Cause
you know what? You're not that bad after all. You know
you're
what?
not that bad after all.
You're not my target.
You're one of the good ones.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
That one.
No. Yeah, about that one, bro. Yeah.
That'll be scrubbed. I'll scrub that one.
Hey,
this episode's gonna have to be censored.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Well, with Jake saying the Nazi zombies thing, and
you saying one of the good ones,
and me saying that's crazy. But hey, man,
Lore Heroes had a good run.
Yeah, we're
the first ever NSFW Lore Hero episode.
This is one word.
They not like us. They not like us.
Well, no, I mean, like, this is an important thing to talk about because it's happening to us in real time. And Kendrick Lamar's in Fortnite Festival. Boom. There we go.
Go play I in Fortnite Festival today.
No
Drake in Fortnite Festival.
Kendrick Lamar is also in Rock
J. Cole.
4. He's also in Rock Band 4 featuring on that Sia song.
Yeah. I can only imagine if Fortnite Festival had a Drake song in the pipeline right now, and if they just pushed it.
What song was Kendrick featured on with? It was a Sia song, but what was it?
The greatest.
The greatest. That's what it was. The greatest.
Yeah. Drake.
There was rumors of another Kendrick song potentially coming to festival because there was one in Fuser, right? That was All the Stars, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would make sense. That'd be
cool.
Wasn't that it?
Dude, with the Disney collab, it's got to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, true. That was for Black Panther.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for Black Panther. Disney collab. Oh my god.
That would make a lot of sense. Well, nowadays maybe they want to stay away from Kendrick. Maybe they want to stay out of this. They don't want to take a side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Or they could be capitalizing on the hot thing right now, and it would sell boatloads.
I don't know if he's focusing on licensing right now. He's full independent now, right? Or he's got his own label, Kendrick. So I don't know, because they probably pulled the eye from. Yeah, they probably pulled the eye from Top Dog or whatever record label he was on back then.
Yeah, nowadays Morale was the last one on that deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and there ain't no festival ass songs on that album. There ain't nothing.
We Cry Together on festival when vocals chart goes crazy.
Auntie Diaries, nah. Nope. But yeah, man,
I would love to see Triple X with U2 because we already have U2 in the game.
That
would be cool. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I agree. I think just having Pimp a Butterfly stuff on there lends itself super duper well.
That is the perfect album for that. Yeah,
I think so.
It's jazz.
Get more jazz.
Speaking of which, we have Jizz in Fortnite now.
Oh yeah, we do have Jizz in Fortnite.
Cantina Band.
Apparently,
it's canonically called Jizz. You look up.
I did not. Apparently not anymore. I just learned this.
They changed it to jazz?
They changed it. They
Good.
changed
That's probably
it.
a smart move.
Damn.
It used to be Jizz. That's a wild sentence. It used to be Jizz.
Yeah, just like us. All right.
And now it's a baby.
True.
Wow. Now apparently it's Jats. Jatz.
Yeah, it's Jats. They changed it.
Jats.
Yeah,
Don't
but
like that.
They retconned the whole Jizz thing.
How do you retcon? Stop retconning Jizz, man.
Well, hold on now. I googled Jats, and apparently there's some sort of entry in the Star Wars fandom wiki. Can't really take that at face value. Then Jats was a type of music that was one of the most popular forms of music throughout the galaxy. Jats was played at the cantina.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
this is on fandom, so I don't trust it.
I guess it's an alternate. I don't know.
Jats or Jizz, whichever you prefer.
Yeah. Well,
some may prefer one over the other.
No balls, Jake. Call this episode "You Like Jizz."
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You like Jats?
Jizz and beef. That's it, right? There you go. There's the name of the album.
You know what? Really quick, because I just remembered that I had said earlier, like, oh, we gotta talk about Tripping All on Paper Heart. There's Stone Temple Pilots pack that Fire Monkey found. We're probably gonna get Tripping Up a Hole. Yeah,
he found Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah,
I heard 21 Pilots. I had never heard Stone Temple.
I'm stupid.
I remember. Yeah, I heard Pilots. Bro,
no, you got me excited.
What a bait!
I got myself excited, evidently. Sorry, guys. I'm Pilots. This is just like
disappointing.
This is just like Evan Scene all over again, man.
Evan Scene. But
all right.
21 Pilots, like realistically though, that's gonna be fun as fuck on drums.
Yes.
Yeah, probably will.
Killer drum tracks. Credit where credit's due. I'm not a fan of 21 Pilots, but they work closely with one of my favorite bands, Mute Math, and so they've adopted a lot of the production style and how they make their songs. And so, hey man, I'm down with it. I fuck with it, and I know a lot of 21 Pilots fans out there are looking for them in the game too. So good for them. Living Tombstone wants to be in the game too.
Yeah, Living Tombstone. They reposted a tweet about like I think Link's putting them in Rock Band 3 Deluxe or something.
I think that's cool. Okay, 21 Pilots. My first real memory of like interacting with their music was right when I was starting to play Rock Band 4 on stream, because Rivals had Stressed Out in it. So I just remember
the pre-order like DLC pack or something. Or
I remember that first
DLC
week.
pack.
That was on the challenges, and I just remember playing Stressed Out over and over towards the beginning of Rivals. Like, that memory is in my brain.
That's crazy.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing some of the songs that we've seen in either Rock Band or you know, previous rhythm games for 21 Pilots. They also have new music coming out, right? They just dropped a new song, didn't they?
Yeah, they have a new song. Yep. I think they have a new
album.
That's cool.
Yep. So I think
nice.
they're probably going to have a little bit going on.
I got baited with that 21 Pilots tour. I saw a tweet saying that Lorna Shore was going to be the opener. I was like, "There's no possible way Lorna Shore is the opener for 21 Pilots." So I went googling. That was just straight up misinformation. There's nothing to do with that.
That'd be like churning on a vacuum in front of a newborn. Like that's
It's like,
oh my God.
what are they saying? I can't understand the word. Is that guy okay up there?
Yeah, it's like I think my brother was into like post-hardcore, but then he went to like, I don't know if it was like it may have been a Thrice show or somewhere along that lines, post-hardcore. But then like Animals as Leaders was opening for that said show.
It's a bit different.
So that's like a stark difference in genre, and it's just insane.
I found the fucking tweet, by the way. It was goddamn Elliot.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Motherfucker, bro. Yo, Elliot is how I found out that are you okay?
Hey yo.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm almost done.
That was a screech.
Oh my goodness. She wants to go play outside. But no, Elliot is how I found out that Not Like Us dropped. That's how I found out that Not Like Us dropped, is through Elliot. Oh my god.
All right, we got to end it.
That's it. That's it.
The alarm clock is going off. It's time to go. Thank you for watching.
True.
Episode 30. Appreciate you. See you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.